Jeez. Hey honeys, and welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Sajeé Monaí, and in today's video we are doing a drugstore get ready with me. So I am filming a get ready with me video, but I have picked up a lot of items from the drugstore. So I was just perusing in Target and like, oh my gosh, guys, like there's so much more in the drugstore world that I am not familiar with. So I wanted to try some brands out. I wanted to see some brands that I was familiar with, how they've expanded. So I definitely wanted to try some things out there. So I have some goodies from like Wet n Wild, Elf, NYX, L'Oreal, Maybelline, like pretty much all the girls I got in this bag. Can you see this bag? Listen. This is the reason why Target is dangerous, because did I really need this? No. But do I have it to show right now? Yes, I do. So let's get into the video. I'm probably going to start with Complexion, but let's see where I start, okay? See you in the next clip. All right, so I do have a ton of products. If you can see what's all in front of me, it's ridiculous. So I picked up the Maybelline Foundation back in the day. This was the foundation that I used, the Maybelline Fit Me. I used to use the matte one, but because again, if you've been following me, I have eczema, aka dry skin. So I opted for the dewy and smooth versions. And I think for me, and that's probably one of the reasons why I've steered away from drugstore foundations, that you can't test these in the store technically. So I said, hey, let me just try this out. This looks like it's going to be my shade. I knew this could either be used as contour, because I am trying to I picked up the products that could do a full face for me. And I have the Black Radiance contour palette, which I already use. That's from the drugstore that I love. So I probably will use that, but I didn't find a cream. I couldn't find a cream contour, because that's what I use too as well. I have the contour stick from Fenty, and I have another like contour product. I can never remember this brand's name, but I love it. It's from Sephora. So I'm going to see like what this is checking for. I think this is kind of my color. But again, I used this like back in the day. So this is what it's like swatching to look like, and it looks like I did a pretty good match. And I mean, when I was there looking for foundations, they were like cool tones, neutral tones, like, and I'm like, I just don't remember them having things like that when I, was wearing drugstore makeup. So this is what the color match is looking, and it's $3.55 coconut. I mean, it's a little red. Is it red or okay, maybe golden? I don't know. I'm neutral. This is supposed to be a neutral color. It's not terrible. Let me like change. It's not terrible, but it's not a perfect match. I don't think we were looking for perfection, honestly, because how can you really find your color? Let me compare it to the NARS one I have. I think you can see the difference. And this one, usually the NARS melts right into my skin really well. So that's the NARS one. You probably can't even really see it. And this is how that one, NARS is right here, and then the other one, the Maybelline, is right here. So I think you could tell the difference of which one is a little bit better in the match for me, but just fine. Like, I'm not really stressed about it. We can make it work. All right, so that's the foundation. It feels pretty nice on the skin. I did like kind of shake it up, so I did notice when I was first looking through these products, it's separated. So just pray for my skin, y'all, because I have sensitive skin, and this is also another reason why I ventured away from drugstore makeup. Just, you know, better ingredients. So okay, so we're going to start off with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Is universal sheer color. So let's try this out. So my initial thoughts on the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer was that it went on very nice. It feels very nice on the skin, very hydrating, no funny smell. So far so good. So let's see how it performs. So I'm gonna just do my normal, put some of my foundation. Oh my gosh, that's so runny. Oh, jeez. It came like spewing out. Okay. And just tap my face of my mirror right here I'm looking at. Okay, so let's see. I have my beauty blender. I usually always put some product on my beauty blender before going in, and I'm just gonna blend that out. I'm gonna say it's blending out really nicely. Let me get my other mirror so I can get like a more close-up look at what's going on. But let's not spill the foundation. This is clearly not my color. Well, it's not a shade I would go for. Let me say that. Maybe when I look back on the camera, it's gonna look better, but or more my color. But I don't think it's. I can look orange. I'm just in a weird shade where most people, like, I can never just find really like a perfect shade match. And because I wear, you know, bronzer and I do contour, it usually always works out for me if I even go a little bit lighter or a little bit darker with my foundation. So I'll try to stay away from things that's like too red or orange, because it just, over time, as things oxidize and things like that, it just does not do me justice. So I usually prefer to stick with things that are neutral, olive undertones. I may do yellow. I can get away with yellow sometimes. It really depends. But NARS has been literally the only brand that I have been 100% satisfied with my shade, the shade that I use. So initial thoughts, I mean, this stuff is blending out very nicely. It feels very light on the skin. Clearly this is, you know, dewy, but it's not like overboard. I'm gonna, like, I didn't get a color corrector one concealer, but I did get one that was more so like my shade, so I'll go in with that now. And that's my laundry, if you can hear that. All right. I can see this, like, if you're not paying attention, that can be a mess. All right, so I picked up the e.l.f. Full Coverage Matte because I wanted to not get everything super dewy, but I do have the hydrating ones that I'll show a little bit later. But this is cocoa rich chocolate. Where did I get cocoa from? Who knows? All right, so let's see. All right, so okay, that's how it's looking. It low-key can be used as a color corrector, so I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna do what I would normally do with my makeup. I'm gonna try my best from what I could find. I try to get LA Girl because I used to use LA Girl back in the day. For like concealers, but I mean, they're still that girl. I hear, so I couldn't. What did I just try? I tried to get my hair out of my face, and that just didn't work at all. I'm just gonna put a little bit underneath my eye because I do a level of color correcting under my eye. All right, I have makeup everywhere. Now that concealer, not that concealer, but that foundation just, okay, so my skin is a little tingly when I put that concealer on. So no, but I'm gonna let this dry down and come back. All right, so I started blending out that concealer. Let it sit for like a minute. I can't really tell how my makeup is looking right now because of my mirror and my lights. Still trying to find the perfect lighting to do my videos, so definitely let me know how you guys like the quality, the lighting, and things like that. But that camo concealer, baby, it did conceal. I'll give it that. Okay. Just giving a little red, but or orange to me, how I'm seeing it, but we'll see how it turns out. I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit. Just, you know, blend, blend, blend. All right, so we've applied the foundation, we've applied my concealer. We put some more foundation over those areas. And the reason why I didn't put it underneath, I wanted to see how the foundation performed on its own to see if I would even need that. So that's why you saw me kind of put that in there first. So right now I can feel that I have makeup on, but I normally don't like that feeling. But let's keep going and seeing how things turn out. So I picked up 3 concealers. I I picked up 3 highlighting concealers from e.l.f. So I didn't know which ones I would like. I usually just use 2. So I'm going to check out Deep Caramel, see what that's giving. So that's Deep Caramel. I'm going to go in with Light Beige. Ooh, she's light. I think she may not be a winner. Ooh, she's really light. So I don't light beige, honey. I don't think that's gonna be one I use, or maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Now I'm doing Tan Sand. It looks like, I think, yeah, definitely think the one in the middle is out for me. So yeah, we're going to use Tan Sand and Deep Caramel. So I'm going to put Deep Caramel first underneath my eyes. So that's what we got going on right there. And I'm going to put that, what is this? Tan Sand. So I have the golden caramel, or caramel, however people like to say it, underneath, and then I have the Tan Sand that's going like right on top. All right, so to help with my contour color, I'm going to go ahead and go in with this foundation. I just have like ever so little amount. Ooh, this just runs out. Jeez. Okay. Okay, so let's try to blend this out a little bit. Let's pray this comes out well, okay, guys? Let's see what my makeup skills are really doing here. She's looking a little muddy. She's looking a little muddy. Well, let's try to work this in. I'm going to come back once I have this blended, okay? All right, so I have that blended out. It's going to come together. It better come together. All right, so I have now my damped. Oh, and I'm making sure even my sponges are Drugstore. So this is e.l.f. that I'm using, and this is Sonia Kashuk. I've already gave these a whirl, and I love them. I mean, I don't think I ever need to go get a beauty blender. These beauty sponges are getting it, especially the Sonia Kashuk one, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and just start blending out the highlighted parts. I'm really liking the color. Who else like leaves their under eyes for last? Like, I just feel like I just want that to marinate as long as possible. Like, I need you to be utterly snatched when it's time for when I come, okay? I need you to like do what needs to be done. Who else is like that with their under eye highlight? Okay. And I'm going to say this. I have different ways I do my makeup depending on the look that I'm going for. Am I going for a lot of drama? Am I looking for this particular like shade, like not shade, shape in my face? Like, I like to change it up every so often. I'm gonna say the concealer is blending out very nicely. Oh, and I'm just bringing that up and keeping that concentrated here. But I think that blended out really nicely, if you ask me. I'm gonna finish blending and then I'm going to come back. All right, so this is what I'm looking like so far after putting the concealer and everything on. I do have two powders from e.l.f. I'll show you now. Now, I don't really do eyeshadow, but I felt a little sassy, honey, and I got me some eyeshadow. So I'm going to try to play around with this for a little bit. So let me go ahead and set my face with the powder, and I'll come back. So I finally got the powders open, and I really like the fact that they have this, let me close it, this turnstile to keep the powder from going everywhere. I mean, some of the higher ends could take some notes from e.l.f. Lord mercy, I hate that goes everywhere. So I think that's pretty nice. This is the translucent one. I didn't know which powder was going to do what. I got just both of them. It's this darker shade and that one. So I just was like, let me just see what it's shaking for. And just, is that glitter? Okay, maybe I'm tripping. I think this one's supposed to be like an illuminating one. Yeah, you know what? Scratch that. I don't need to look luminous underneath my eyes. That's why we have contour. That's why we have lighter. Okay, so my initial impression is not really absorbing into my sponge very well. It just looks like this. I don't know. It's just sitting there. And I don't know if you can see all the particles that are flying around. Okay. That luminous just like took me out, but I mean, it's snatching underneath it. I'll give it that. Initial impressions of the powder, not in love with the powder from e.l.f. I'm not in love with it. It's giving really, I don't know. I'm not really feeling it. I have pores. I have this poreless thing, but now I don't know if you can see that, but now my makeup is separating on my nose when I did apply that powder. Maybe I shouldn't use a sponge. Maybe I should use like a brush or something. Oh my gosh. Can you guys see that? It's like separating on my nose. Okay. Maybe that's not the way to go. Jeez. All that freaking powder. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna say, honey, if you got dry skin and you use this, it's gonna suck up all the this HD powder. Okay, is it supposed to make me? Okay, I don't know, but I'm really liking it. Just gonna be honest, it feels weird. I'm not into it. So I'm just gonna go ahead with my old tried and true Black Radiance contour palette. Love this stuff. I mean, I love it. I have yet to find another one that I love as much as this one outside of my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. Actual like contour kit. No. I have not. I'll come back once I have my face bronzed. Okay. All right, so I am back contouring my face, adding bronzer. I'm going to say probably from a distance I look good. But when you get close up on me, you see that my nose, let me move some of this out the way. My nose is peeling. I mean, it's dried me down so much. Right here, I mean, I have a dewy foundation on. Hydrating concealer. The nose just, I don't know if you guys can see that, and I can't see you guys. I can't see myself, I should say. But close up, I'm not really. Before back, I mean, looking a little something, but that was just okay. The powder to me, I think, made things go awry. So I got the makeup mist and set from e.l.f. So I'm going to try to revive my face with this. This used to be my tried and true when I first was getting into like setting sprays. And from what I remember, it worked really well, but that was years ago at this point. I mean, years. Smells good. All right, so maybe some of that would like wake my skin up because, honey, this powder got your girl mattified. Okay. All right, so I have this Infallible L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour Freshware powder. So I do go normally scared at this point. Go with a face powder to go over my, over my face. So I'm gonna try this out. I've heard just great things about this face powder in general, so I wanted to try it out. It's okay. And this is the one that I have. Moving on. That powder just like took me out. I'm not even gonna like hold you guys. That powder. Wanted to play an eyeshadow because I don't make large investments in eyeshadows because I don't wear them often, and I usually just stick with the same ones for like a long time. So let's swatch these out. This is the Color Icon by Wet n Wild. Okay, so they're swatching really well. Don't know the names of those colors, but I just feel like Wet n Wild always gets it right. I've never had a Wet n Wild like eyeshadow that I just was just not the business, and I'm glad to see that they have stayed the same. All right, so I think I'm going to go in with this darker, this orangey shade, this color right here. I'm going to go in with. Ooh. I'm afraid to put powder underneath my eyes because we may not be able to come back from it at all. At all. So I am not going to try to do that. So hopefully we don't get a lot of fallout. Don't know exactly what I'm doing to my eyes. I just literally found a palette that spoke to me. seem to be up my alley of what I would be comfortable wearing. So that's what I went for. No real plan, so we're going to wing it. I remember when like eyeshadow was like everything. If you didn't have eyeshadow, basic. Back in the day, honey, I used to wear silver eyeshadow. Can you believe me? I wore silver eyeshadow. Nothing against silver eyeshadow, just wasn't for me. Something you just find out, it's just, you know, that's just not for me. Okay, so now I'm going in with this shade here. I'm just gonna put that all on my lid. I feel like for the most part, this shadow is performing well for it to be like definitely under $5. I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna say that this orange shadow is kind of breaking apart. It's kind of looking a little splotchy. I'm not going to even hold you on my lid. But mind you, I don't have any primer, eye primer, or anything like that on. I have concealer and I set it with that HD powder. So do with that information as you wish. Girl. We're going for it today, y'all. I'm in a creative mood. All right. So that's what we're looking like. And I want to go in with like a shimmery color. Shade it's not giving. So let me see. Okay. We tried to get creative and blend in the shimmer with this one. I don't think it did it what I was hoping for, but I feel like we can work with it. I don't know the last time I did shadow, you guys, like, at all. It's like, I don't even know how to do it. I used to do shadow all the time. We just gonna throw some glitter on there. Throw it on there. And see what happens. I'm gonna try to put some in my inner corner. If you were looking for a makeup guru, honey, she's not I am not she. I just know what I like to do for me. Okay. Even though I did used to do makeup back in the day, but I haven't done it in a long time. That's what we got going on. I'm going to, so now we've got that out the way. We've had our fun. Let's get into these eyebrows. So I picked up these two products from e.l.f. for my eyebrows. Now I normally use an eyebrow gel, an eyebrow pencil. So this is neutral brown. Oh, it goes on very smooth. Oh, I'm not mad. I like the color. I like this. I like the color and everything. I am trying this new technique where I use like a liquid liner, and I got it from NYX, and this I've already actually tried it out. It's their Epic ink liner, waterproof. It's just as professional. It doesn't say what you have to necessarily use for, but I have it in brown and I am using it for my eyebrows. I did this the other day. I tried out some of these products, the eye products, and I liked it. Like, just putting little strokes, kind of making my eyebrows look a little bit more 3D, especially for like my photos. Just doing a light stroke, creating just more little hairs, just getting more detailed. It just like elevates the brow. All right, so this is how my eyebrows are looking right now. I'm going to use some of this concealer. I'm going to use the caramel one to just sculpt out the brows. Well, before I sculpt out the brows, I'm going to try to laminate them with the e.l.f. Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Okay. Anyway, so I have some of this concealer on my okay, so that's how we're looking. So I think next I'm going to do some liner. So I'm going to use this Wet n Wild 16-hour waterproof. Yes, waterproof. And whatever is in this makeup, so this is also another reason why I don't wear eyeshadows. It's because depending on the brand, the ingredients, it irritates my eyes, and so does certain eyeliners and mascaras. And I've even gone to like the dermatologist about this. That's why I don't wear lash extensions anymore. Never that, not that I will never do it, but sometimes it can be a hit and miss. I can only go to this one girl, and only time I go to her, it does not, irritate my eyes. Whatever glue she uses, it works fine for me, but it's still like, I still feel like I have a reaction to it. It's just not as bad because my eyelashes just start falling out. Crazy, right? So I was like, I want my eyelashes falling out or to wear fake lashes. The answer for me is no. Yeah, something's definitely irritating my eyes because I'm starting to tear up. So definitely can't use anything from this eye. I've already tried this liquid liner, so I know it's not the liner. It has to be the eyeshadow. Okay, so I put on mascara, finished up the liner, top and bottom, and now I'm going to go in with this baked blush from Black Radiance. I just really love the color. Isn't that so pretty? That's how it's looking. It rubbed off kind of chalky. So let's see how it goes. I'm not mad at the color. This is something I probably would have normally went with. Okay. We're not mad at the blush. It's okay. Just to freshen up the face again. I'm working with a ton of powder products. So just want to like revive the skin a little bit. So next we're going to move on to lips. Use this eyebrow pencil as my lip liner. So that's how that's looking. I probably will only use this for my lips. I probably, if I had to like, was out of my Anastasia or I came down to it, I would use this, but this can get it on the lips, okay? All right, so I intentionally bought this color for this video. It is the Revlon Colorstay Satin Ink. I have this Revlon lip gloss that's over there, but I love it, and I have never been able to find the color. It's like very close to Snob from MAC, which is discontinued. Heartbreaking, but I found a similar dupe from Laura Mercier called Rose. Check that out. But I'm on the hunt for this Revlon one because I think would be a nice dupe since they've discontinued that. So, and I've already tried this lip and I loved it. It was like so nice and creamy. I am a girl who likes a good muted lip. Now wait till I have my lip gloss and stuff. It's going to come together. So I also have this NYX. I mean, who doesn't know NYX butter glosses? Come on now. And I have this in Praline. This is one of my favorites. Tell me we don't love that lip. It's like just enough for this eye. I may want to do a little bit of like, this is like my favorite like lip gloss combo is these two colors. It is, what is this called? Rose, Sparkling Rose in the Lip Plumper from e.l.f. And Pink Cosmo from e.l.f. Chef's Kiss. Love it. Love it. Go in with that Pink Cosmo. Putting that at the center of my lips. And then I'm going to go in a little bit with this pink. And center my lips as well. And just do that there. I'm going to like zhuzh myself up a little bit. I'm going to come back and give my final thoughts and review on the products that I tried out today. Okay, y'all, so I went and tried to do a little something to myself, you know, and get dressed. And this is how the face is looking. You know, if I pull the hair around, little pout. So I am not mad on how this came out. Your girl, she's not mad, okay? So if I had to give some feedback on what products I liked, I think that the setting mist is good. I'm not gonna hold you. I think this worked really well. I liked how it made my face look. If I was to ever run out of like my Charlotte Tilbury or even my Morphe, she's a great contender. So she's under, I believe, 3 fluid ounces. So I'm traveling, so she may actually go into my bag that goes on the plane with me to freshen up, you know, my skin, get a little glow. I think this will be will be very useful. I love the lip products. I mean, I was already a fan of the lips. This Revlon Colorstay is the newest of the bunch, and I really enjoyed this. This was like a really great lipstick, and it's in 001. That's the color. So love that. The e.l.f. I mean, if you've watched one of my videos already, if you've seen me use these e.l.f. ones, like it. I really did enjoy the eyeliners. I think I left the other eyeliner in the bathroom when I just walked away. But the Wet n Wild eyeliners, the liquid liner, the gel eyeliner, really enjoyed that. Would recommend. And even the NYX Epic ink liner, I enjoy this as well. It's a felt tip. It gets the job done, okay? Enjoy that. The sponges, the Sonia Kashuk sponge, this is Jerry, I just used it, and the e.l.f. sponge, these two, top tier. Like, I don't feel the need to have to purchase the Beauty Blender brand to have those sponges. Now, I think this is not a must-have, nothing that you have to go run out. I will use this for like my lips. I did like how the mute aspect of the color, how neutral it was. So it is called neutral brown. So I did enjoy that. The eyeshadow palette from Wet n Wild, it's not a bad buy. I mean, for less than $5, you get 5 eyeshadows, $1 eyeshadow. I don't think that's terrible. The more, I guess, red tone color, this middle color right here, I really enjoyed. Everything else, even in this gold color, it did what it needed to do. Didn't really try this, but swatched it. It swatched nicely, but this was definitely the favorite out of this whole palette. The blush is a blush. You can leave it. I wasn't overly impressed. I wasn't wild. So the concealers, I think really what it really came down was to the concealers, the complexion products, and they're not bad. I've experienced better. I do use Makeup Forever concealers, so but for like $6, these are not bad. Like, I think they performed really well. I do have dry skin. I really think, you know, that HD powder, I wouldn't recommend the powders. Stay away from the powders. I wouldn't recommend. Boo boo tomatoes. Didn't work for me. But again, I have dry skin, I have eczema. It made my skin flake up. So I'm not sure if it did the concealers justice. I'm going to say this, when I put it on and I blended these out, they looked really good. So from that standpoint, I think really the powder is what messed it up, and I will try these out again. But I already have some concealers that I love, so it's probably gonna be a while before I like dive into these. What else? The foundations. This made me look like mud for a contour. So the way I use this product, the 375, it didn't do well for me. This just wasn't my shade, my preference of a shade. So, but I'm going to say it blended out nicely. It looked really good on the skin. I mean, let's check out the skin. Like, the skin is skinny. definitely blended it out. So it's not bad. It's not bad. The powder, I really couldn't. I'm going to say you could pass on this. And this was like $14. This was more expensive than the foundations. $14 for this? I don't think so. Now you guys know this is my holy grail. Yes, go run, get it, love it. So I think did I miss anything? Oh, the putty. The primer. What did I feel about the primer? I would say I'm going to give this primer another chance. It falls in the category of the concealers. I think the powder, this HD powder, really just didn't do me well. But I'm not mad at this. It did feel really nice on the skin. It didn't feel itchy. It didn't tingle. I will say this, when I did put on this mattifying concealer that I use as a color corrector, I did get a tingly feeling. And if my makeup is tingling on me, that lets me know automatically it is not a good fit for me. I don't play. So this is going away. But this felt good on the skin. So I think that's it. I didn't use two products because I just didn't find a need for them. Was the Wet n Wild brown pencil, and I also had picked up this Prime and Stay finishing powder from e.l.f. But because I was already looking very powdery, the brow pencil from e.l.f. worked well. I didn't need to bust this out to like do any correcting. So these two I just passed up on. I think the last thing really actually is this e.l.f. gel. I could live without it. I wasn't impressed. So that's it. So if I had again say my favorite products out of this entire drugstore haul, face mist, setting spray, the Revlon lipstick, the liners, yeah, I think that would be it. And then my second tier would be the concealers and the primer. So yeah, I think that would be it. Oh, of course, my holy grail. Come on now, I have to say that again. My holy grail, this right here. So if you stuck around, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed how the looks came out. I got out of my comfort zone. I did eyeshadow. I don't 6 years or so since I put eyeshadow on, okay? I really enjoyed how it came out at the end of the day. I hope you did too. And let me know what are some of your favorite products from the drugstore. I'm always like open to finding new products, trying new things, and especially in the makeup, you know, you don't always have to spend a lot of money on your makeup to have good products or to have a good outcome of how you like to wear your makeup. So let me know what are some of your favorite things, especially your favorite lips. I am a lip girl. I mean, I love a good lip. It's my thing. It's my signature. I always have a top tier lip. I can do no eyeshadow, lashes, even with no lashes, mascara. My lip combo needs to be on point. So let me know what kind of lip combos you guys like and what do you guys use for your lip combo. All right, honey. So we have come to the official end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoy the content, and let me know what kind of videos you would like to see in the future. And as always, remember this: you have a purpose in life, you are loved, and don't you let anyone tell you otherwise. Until next time.